हेलो एंड वेलकम टू वाकड़ा थॉट्स। और अभी क्या है कि आईपीएल स्टार्ट होने वाला है इस संडे को, दैट इज 19th ऑफ सितंबर। तो अभी हम लोग ने थोड़ा बॉलीवुड को साइड में रखा है, सो वी आर फोकसिंग ऑन क्रिकेट राइट नाउ। और आज की वीडियो में हमारे साथ एक स्पेशल गेस्ट है हु इज अ क्रिकेट एक्सपर्ट, आशुतोष पाइबड़े। वेलकम टू द शो। वेलकम वेलकम।
Hey Anson, always a pleasure to be on your show. Hey Mandar,
Welcome.
pleasure getting introduced to you.
Yeah, thanks.
सो जैसे मिस्टर प्रेडिक्टर, हम इनको उस नाम से जानते हैं, आशुतोष को। सो इनके प्रेडिक्शंस एकदम जबरदस्त होते हैं, सो वी थॉट वील गेट हिम ऑन द शो एंड आई हैव वर्कड विद हिम इन द पास्ट। सो लेट्स गेट इनटू द शो। सो इस शो में हम 2 एपिसोड में बांटेंगे। आज के एपिसोड में हम देखेंगे कि टॉप 2 एंड बॉटम 2 टीम्स, जिसमें बहुत कुछ चेंजेस हुआ है फेज 1 और फेज 2 के बीच में। सो क्या इम्पैक्ट होगा, क्या भी चेंजेस हो सकता है। सो लेट्स स्टार्ट विद द टॉप 2 टीम्स अभी। सो मंदार, टॉप में कौन सा है? दिल्ली।
So हाँ, पहले टॉप 2 टीम्स में है दिल्ली कैपिटल्स एंड चेन्नई सुपर किंग्स। सो ये दो
बॉटम 2
टीम्स टॉप 2 पे है, और बॉटम 2 पे है केकेआर, कोलकाता नाइट राइडर्स एंड सनराइजर्स हैदराबाद, जो बॉटम 2 में 7th and 8th पोजीशन। सो अगर हम शुरू करें तो ओके, लेट्स स्टार्ट विद द टॉप 2 देन फर्स्ट एंड देन विल गो ऑन टू द बॉटम 2।
सो दिल्ली चेंजेस अभी उसमें शायद
So
एक
Delhi
या 2 हुआ
have,
है।
sorry to interrupt you, Hanson. Delhi has
Yes.
played how many games and how many points? I think
They
they have
have
Okay,
only
so
played one game.
Delhi and Punjab have played. Delhi and Punjab have played more number of games. They have played eight games per head, and Delhi is on the top because of the last game they played, जिसके पहले COVID hit हुआ था. So they have 12 points. Okay, and Chennai, which is at the second position, has 10 points. Also, Royal Challengers Bangalore has 10 points. So 2 or 3 के बीच में net run rate का problem है.
And
then,
if I remember correctly, Chennai have a very good run rate. So
yes,
if
Chennai
Chennai
has a
win
good-
one, they will go to the top of the table.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
So
Actually, in the table, Chennai ही है जो plus 1.23 पे है. Otherwise, सब point पे है. Okay.
0 point.
So let's start with Delhi. Delhi के changes. Yeah.
मंदार,
So
changes
Delhi में
का
2 changes मुझे पता है. दिल्ली में 2 changes हुए. First is Chris Woakes is not there. He has withdrawn, and in place of him, Ben Washes from Australia only is playing. Along with him, David Malan has also withdrawn from the IPL, and Aiden Markram has taken his position who is from South
David
Africa.
Malan was in Punjab, if I'm not wrong.
That's in Punjab. That's in Punjab.
Okay.
David Malan is in Punjab.
Sam Billings
So,
has
I
come
think
in.
only
Sam
one.
Billings.
Yeah.
Sam Billings has come.
Sam Billings has come in. Yeah. Sam Billings
I'll
has come in.
just summarize the 4 foreigners. The 4 foreigners are Hetmeyer, Stoinis, Rabada, Nortje, Steve Smith, Tom Curran, Sam Billings, and last but not the least, Ben Washes. So these are the 8 foreigners in the squad.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, speaking of Delhi Capitals, they had a very good first round of IPL with all their foreigners as well as the domestic players doing well. And in fact, they have got a boost because Shreyas Iyer, who was not there for the initial part, is now back.
Yes.
Now,
He's
because
back,
Shreyas, he's back. And obviously, he's going to slot in at number 3 more often than not. Obviously, they might decide to play Steve Smith as well. What they play, we don't know. But more so, Shreyas Iyer is supposed to slot in at number 3. So, because Shreyas Iyer was not there, they had to play that extra foreign batsman in Steve Smith. And they only played one foreign fast bowler in Rabada. And Nortje, who had a very good 2020, had to miss the first part of 2021 only and only because the vacuum created in Shreyas Iyer's absence. So now with Shreyas Iyer coming in, they have got the luxury of an added Indian international batsman. So they can play they can play both Kagiso Rabada as well as Nortje. So I think this is going to be their 11. Let us have a look at their probable 11. I think Prithvi Shaw, who will continue to open with Shikhar Dhawan. Shreyas Iyer at number 3. Rishabh Pant at number 4. Hetmeyer at number 5. Stoinis at number 6. They can always change between Stoinis and Hetmeyer at 5 and 6. Yeah, because depending on the scenario. Axar Patel at number 7. Then comes the 4 specialist bowlers. Rabada, Nortje are surely going to play. Avesh Khan had a very good first part of the IPL, so I'm sure he will play. But we don't know about his fitness because he suffered an injury during the Test match series. He was
Test
Yeah.
match. Yeah.
a net bowler and he got an injury there. He was sent back to India. He went back to the bowling camp. As of now, he's not been ruled out. He's very much part of the squad. So expect him to be fit. If he's fit, he'll take that position. So that leaves us with one position open for an Indian spinner. So Amit Mishra had a good IPL versus Ravichandran Ashwin. That is the only doubt whom to go for.
Yes.
Otherwise,
I think they
more or
will-
less, their team is very much settled.
But I think they will go with R. Ashwin because he's been selected for the T20 World Cup too. So I think that is the only reason
Absolutely.
why. BCCI
But
will put the pressure.
I differ. Like Amit Mishra was very good in the
Yes, he was.
2020 IPL. So I think they will prefer him more because as an Akshar Patel, you get an off spinner. Okay, so they'll prefer a leg spinner also. They can prefer a leg spinner also over Ashwin.
Akshar Patel
Ashwin-
is a left-arm spinner. Akshar Patel is a left-arm spinner. He'll take the ball away from the right hand. While that's why he can play over Amit Mishra. Because Amit Mishra is a leg spinner, so he'll also take the ball away from the right hand.
Yeah.
Plus
So,
a batting
so
camp.
Ashwin coming in makes sense over Amit Mishra.
Okay.
And the added point which Hansen correctly said that he's part of the Indian T20 international setup, part of the World Cup squad. So all the more reason for him to play.
And he's been
I'll-
performing
And
recently.
we are discussing,
But I think,
discussing the second part, let us discuss one thing about the venues. The venues in UAE they have had so much cricket. There was the balance part of the PSL. Then there were a lot of other matches. So it has become very much, the pitches have become very sluggish. And even if we saw 2020, there were three distinct venues. Abu Dhabi,
Yes.
Dubai and Sharjah.
Sharjah.
So Abu Dhabi was more so known for the spinners. Dubai was good for the fast bowlers, and Sharjah again good for the fast bowlers because it was a small ground. So what used to happen, the spinners can be easily taken out. So these are the three venues and the characteristics of the venues respectively.
But do you think if Avesh Khan is injured, just in case if he's injured, then I think they may play both Mishra and Ashwin as a
And
first.
they also have the
choice.
luxury of Umesh Yadav and Ishant Sharma as well in the squad.
Yes.
So in
But I
case
think
they can go for an
as-
Indian fast bowler as well.
No, as you said,
I was about to say that. Yeah.
No, pitches are sluggish, so I think that is why I thought the spinners may get a chance. With Akshar Patel, both the others like Mishra and Ashwin both can get a game
But
because
as we discussed, it more or less the lineup is very much settled.
Yes. So it will be a fight actually between the players. कि किसको मिलेगा chance.
Actually, taking into consideration Ashutosh's part, I think pretty much Delhi is settled because I don't think they will make too much changes. Based
they
on
don't need to.
based on they don't need to. Of course, they don't. They don't need to change.
If you ask me one foreigner above the 4 which we discussed, I would like to see Sam Billings over Hetmeyer or Stoinis. Stoinis gets the added bowling, so not over Stoinis. Over Hetmeyer, surely.
Over Hetmeyer, even I want to say,
I see Billings doing well.
Yes.
So let's move to Chennai now, because Chennai is एकदम ऐसा comeback में आ गया पूरा एकदम. Last year थोड़ा सा खराब था उनका, and now they are back to Dubai. So क्या लग रहा है कि कितना झटका लग सकता है, क्योंकि changes तो इसमें कुछ है नहीं, सारे के सारे players आ गए.
Changes कुछ नहीं है इसमें. Yes.
मोइन अली and Sam Curran जो टेस्ट मैच खेले थे तो वो लोग भी आ गए.
And they have done well. There just one thing that Chennai need to be really wary of is their foreigners, especially the English foreigners. That is Moeen Ali and Sam Curran, which you mentioned, won't be available for the playoffs. So they, even if they qualify and do well, and they'll surely qualify, their target would be to qualify in the top 2. And when they reach that crucial business end of the tournament, that those two crucial all-rounders who performed so well for them might not be there. And one more, and a couple of injury concerns as well. Faf du Plessis and Dwayne Bravo, who both of whom I see making it to the playing 11 are incidentally injured in the Caribbean Premier League, which is currently being played.
Currently being played.
Today, the semi-finals of St. Lucia Kings is taking place. Faf du Plessis is the designated captain for St. Lucia Kings, and he didn't take the field. He didn't take the field in the last game as well. He has a groin injury. We don't know the extent of the groin injury. Same with Bravo. He's the designated captain of the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots, and he's playing as a specialist batsman. So obviously there is an injury concern there as well. So out of 4, 2 won't be available for the playoffs. The other 2 foreigners who will surely play are incidentally injured. So
they will miss at
all
least
these
matches.
We don't know the extent of the injuries, so can't comment on that. But that is something they need to be wary of.
So what do you think?
If you see the lineup, is very much settled. Ruturaj Gaikwad will open with Faf du Plessis. One down would be Moeen Ali, Raina at 4, Raidu at 5, Jadeja at 6, Dhoni at 7, Sam Curran at 8, Deepak Chahar at 9, Shardul Thakur at 10, and Bravo at 11. You can imagine Bravo playing at 11. Maybe Bravo can come. If in this lineup, if all the bowlers, Sam Curran, Deepak Chahar, Shardul Thakur, Bravo, all of them can bat. And if you have seen MS Dhoni recently, he promotes each and everyone above himself. He's playing. He's already playing in the mentor captain wicketkeeper role at Chennai Super Kings.
So
surely Sam Curran always comes bats above Dhoni.
Imran Tahir.
Sam Curran always comes above Dhoni. He comes mostly at 4 or 5 at that position after Raina.
Depending on after Raina would be Raidu. And Jadeja and Sam Curran, depending on the situation. If it is the middle over, they send Jadeja in to target the spinners. If it is the end overs to target the fast bowler, they send Sam Curran, which is very much logical.
So, what do you think about Imran Tahir? Shil, bhari weight ne wala hai.
I don't see him making it to the 11.
Yeah, unless and until Moeen Ali doesn't recover, I think he will be out.
Moeen Ali doesn't have an injury.
He will come in the end.
Sorry, not Moeen Ali. Dwayne Bravo or Faf du Plessis doesn't recover.
Faf du Plessis, if he doesn't recover, in fact, they don't have a foreign batsman in their reserves. That will really hurt them because their reserves are Lungi Ngidi, Imran Tahir, Josh Hazelwood. All 3 are specialist bowlers. And Michelle Sandner, who is a bowler who can bat. So a bowling all-rounder. So if Faf du Plessis is injured, they would be really affected, is what I would say.
They will have to literally change the entire combination. So Raidu will have to open, or maybe Raidu.
I think going by Dhoni's instinct, he will promote Sam Curran to
absolutely. I agree with him. I see Sam Curran opening, and maybe Michelle Sandner playing as a
specialist
all-rounder.
Second all-rounder, actually. So that's Chennai for you. Chennai, क्या लग रहा है किधर finish होगा? Top 4 में आएगा?
I believe not just top 4, they'll make it to the top 2.
Yes.
Because of the run rate. Their run rate is really crucial, and they have that game in hand. So I see them making it to the top 2.
Okay. So now let's move on to number 7. Number 7 team, bottom 2 के तरफ जाते हैं अभी. वहाँ पे है कोलकाता नाइट राइडर्स. कोलकाता नाइट राइडर्स को और एक झटका ये लगा है कि पैट कमिंस is out, he is withdrawn, and they have gotten Tim Southee. और कोई changes हैं? और कोई नहीं है?
Not that I'm aware of. Not that I'm aware.
Only one change they have. They have a good replacement, I think, of Pat Cummins.
In fact, if you ask me, I'll be happy with because I always wanted to see, and I always believe that Lockie Ferguson is a better T20 bowler than Pat Cummins. Even if you see the first part of 2021, wherein Pat Cummins played, he had a terrible economy rate. He was carted all around. There was one match wherein he played very well as a batsman and that saved his place in the team. And after that, he got a couple of wickets. So he's not really done well, but just managed to save his spot. But if you see an out-and-out pure pacer, I will say Lockie Ferguson is way better than Pat Cummins in the T20 format. So with Pat Cummins missing out, I see Lockie getting more game time, and maybe what I'm predicting will maybe in hindsight turn out to be true that Lockie was a better fast bowler than Pat Cummins.
Even Tim Southee is a better bowler, I think, because वो एक line and length वाला bowler है, so line and length पकड़ के डालता है.
Line and length T20 में नहीं चलता.
नहीं चलता. Actually, Tim Southee is a good test bowler, if you can say that. Okay.
Tim Southee is a good test bowler because line and length means it's in the slot in T20.
Yes.
In the slot is out of the park.
Yeah. That's why Pat Cummins was also been hit in the first first half of
Pat Cummins को तो फटके पड़े.
So because उसका भी line length अच्छा है. That's why.
Another dilemma for them.
Was
if it was there initially as well, it will be for them again as well. Whether to play Shakib Al Hasan or to play Sunil Narayan.
Sunil Narayan, yeah.
In the first part, they started with Shakib Al Hasan, then they got Sunil Narayan. And both of them, they didn't set the IPL alight, but both of them did decently well. And Nareen did marginally better than Shakib there also. And the current form of Nareen has also been pretty decent. He had a very good 100. He had a he's been having a very good CPL as well. So I think Sunil Narayan will start over Shakib Al Hasan.
And I think he's been left out of the West Indies squad, so I think वो बदला भी लेगा. कि देखो मेरा form. वो भी दुबई में.
Makes sense. Point to prove है.
Yeah. So एक और अभी बड़ा dilemma ये है कि कुलदीप यादव. अभी उसने एक आकाश चोपड़ा के साथ इंटरव्यू जब हुआ था, उसमें भी उसने बोला कि टीम में कम्युनिकेशन का पंगा है. मॉर्गन इतना कम्युनिकेट नहीं कर रहा है, उसको क्यों बिठा रहा है उसके ऊपर. सो अभी ये कुलदीप यादव को चांस मिलना चाहिए प्लेइंग 11 में, और विल दे कंटिन्यू विद वरुण चक्रवर्ती ओवर हिम?
They can play both. Varun is surely going to play, come what may.
Yes.
एक स्पिनर है तो भी वरुण है. Kuldeep and Varun has earned that place. He had a very good 2020. He had a very good first part of 2021. So Varun has earned that place and is justifying it. In fact, he got a T20 debut as well. He's part of the World T20 squad as well. Yeah. So no doubt whether Kuldeep will play over Varun. That is not going to happen. If one spinner, then Varun for sure. The question is whether they play Kuldeep as a second spinner. And there is enough room to justify it, because if you see let's look at the probable 11 first. I think Shubman Gill has recovered and is joined the squad. So he'll continue to open. So he'll open with Nitish Rana, Rahul Tripathi at 3, Sunil Narayan at 4, Morgan at 5, Dinesh Karthik at 6, Russell slotted at 7, but always a floater, can easily come at as early as even as number 4. Then come the 4 specialist bowlers. Now Lockie Ferguson, Prasidh Krishna and Varun Chakravarti are 3 settled ones. Now one position, and in India they tend to play the Indian pacer, either Shivam Mavi or Nagarkoti. Kamlesh Nagarkoti. Either of the two. But herein they can easily play the extra spinner. So I will suggest always playing that extra spinner. And when you've got a person of the stature of Kuldeep Yadav, no reason to not to play him. So I would want to see Kuldeep Yadav playing in that role, playing in that position. So two fast bowlers, 2 spinners, and 2 all-rounders. That is one spinning all-rounder Nareen and 1 fast bowling all-rounder Andre Russell.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if you've seen, Russell has managed to keep himself fit, which has never been the case. He's always having a problem of his knee. And either he's playing as a pure bowl batsman or he's missing games. But if you've seen the CPL, he's played all games and played them as an all-rounder, completed his quota of 4 overs, bowled at the death. So he's worked on his fitness. He's lost weight. He's trained with a baseball team in USA. So having done that, he's given a lot of importance to his fitness and obviously has done well. So that is one key factor for KKR. Because a fit Russell can win you games on his own.
Yeah. Which you saw in the first half.
Yes, actually. We saw in the first half. And we also saw a glimpse of that in the CPL also. Because CPL, I think the overall team was a failure, but he was there who was performing continuously. So, क्या लग रहा है? लग रहा है Saturday की कोई changes?
I mean, as I said, the only part is Mavi or Nagarkoti or Kuldeep Yadav, which I would like Kuldeep Yadav in that role. And the other dilemma is Shakib versus Sunil Narayan, which I would say Sunil Narayan.
Yeah.
Sunil Narayan. Mandar, क्या लग रहा है?
Other than most said it.
और कुछ?
In fact, during the first half, a lot of flack was received by Shubman Gill because he used to eat up a lot of deliveries in the power play and give them a slow start. So there was a lot of talk about playing Tim Seifert. But then, whom will you drop in these foreigners?
Yeah. Foreigner में drop नहीं कर सकते किसी को.
I mean, more or less.
Yeah, they are good players.
All of them are good players. So I don't see Seifert playing. I would want them to continue with the same combination with Kuldeep Yadav.
Yeah.
So I
think that's the same. ज़्यादा कुछ फर्क नहीं होगा. अगर कुलदीप यादव को ड्रॉप किया तो शिवम मावी will play. So I don't think that much will be the problem.
क्वेश्चन है उनका पॉइंट्स टेबल में उनका फर्क होने का चांस है क्या?
बहुत नीचे.
I think they are the last in the table. They are the last.
They are second.
No, they are second last
with 4 points.
And,
so let's move on to the last now.
I mean, a lot of work to be done. Russell will have to win games with the bat, with the ball on his own for them to really have a chance of making it in the third or fourth as well. Not they can't surely qualify in the top 2. That is out of the question. Whether they can just sneak in it at 4 is the question.
Yeah, it will be very difficult for them. It will be very difficult for them to sneak it. But yes, Russell hai, so you never know. He can just turn games around. Yeah.
Russell
and Nareen, they are like two quality bowlers, quality all-rounders who can win them games on their own. But too much work to do for them as well.
Yeah, too much. Yeah, true.
So now let's move to the last team, जिसका अभी सबसे बेकार सीजन चल रहा है.
The most unsettled team of the IPL है वो.
हाँ, 7 मैचेस में एक ही जीता है और 2 पॉइंट्स के साथ एकदम बॉटम ऑफ टेबल में है सनराइजर्स हैदराबाद. ना टीम का कुछ ऊपर नीचे कुछ दिख रहा है. कैप्टनसी भी पूरा हिला हुआ है. कैप्टन्स चेंज हो गए. So
in fact before the IPL just got called off, one game before that they made a change in captaincy and made Williamson the captain and decided to not just take away the captaincy from Warner, they dropped him completely. The justification given by the management was that they can play only 2 batsmen, foreign batsmen, and Williamson and Bairstow make it are their top 2 batsmen. So Warner misses out. And because of that, and obviously Rashid Khan is surety, and one position they have to play the all-rounder. That is Nabi, the spinning all-rounder, or Jason Holder, the fast bowling.
Yeah.
So that was the justification given by the management. Now, incidentally, Bairstow, who was the designated batsman in the top 2, and he was the designated wicket-keeper as well, has opted out. So now, obviously, they are stuck to Kane Williamson, the captain, Kane Williamson, the batsman. Will they play David Warner as a specialist batsman or not? That is the question before the management. And I think they will go with David Warner. Because I don't
have to go with David Warner because Jonny Bairstow का अगर कोई comparison या फिर बोलता है ना अगर someone equal to Jonny Bairstow is like David Warner only. The main concern is उनका wicket keeping. Now they have to make a way for Shrivats Goswami, I think.
No, I will go with Riddhiman Shah. I'll go with Riddhiman
Shah. Both. No, both. Actually, they have to make way now for one of the wicket keeper. So,
now let's discuss this lineup. I mean, one more interesting development with Sunrisers Hyderabad is they have Jason Roy in the squad. In fact, there was a bit of uncertainty whether he'll be there or not. And in case he was not there, they had a backup of Mitchell Marsh, which in fact I would have loved to see Mitchell Marsh because he had a very good series in Bangladesh. He had a very good series in West Indies as well. So if they could have, if Jason had opted out, Mitchell Marsh would have been in the squad and he could have easily played as the fast bowling all-rounder there. But that is no longer the case. Yeah, today, incidentally, Jason Roy has confirmed that he's coming. So Mitchell Marsh is no longer part of the squad.
Okay.
So now
So,
the
and
foreigners in the
they
squad
have-
are what?
Yeah.
Mhm.
They have
They have
added
Warner.
Sharfin Rutherford in the squad.
Absolutely. Warner, Williamson, Holder, Rashid Khan, Nabi, Mujibur Rahman, Jason Roy, and Sharfin Rutherford. These are the 8 foreigners.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
they have
And they have
Mujibur.
lots
They have a good foreign lineup here. Anyway, any team doesn't has this foreign lineup like they have, but
if I would like to differ on that. They have a very good foreign lineup, but if you see the original foreigner lineup of Rajasthan Royals, none like them. Archer,
Yeah.
Butler,
Yeah.
Stokes.
they have a good team, but they don't know how to perform with that team now.
Okay, let's
That's
stick
how
to
it-
Sunrisers and let's
Yeah,
go
yeah.
with their
Yes.
probable 11.
Yes.
I think Warner will open with Riddhiman Saha. Now that Bairstow is not there, they need a wicket keeper, Indian one, because they have to play Warner specialist batsman. So Warner with Riddhiman Saha, Williamson at 3, Pandey at 4, Vijay Shankar had a decent first part, so he'll continue to hold his position.
Yeah.
So Vijay Shankar at 5, then Abdul Samad at 6. He again had a very good first part, so he'll continue to play. At 7, there's a toss-up between Holder and Nabi. Whether as per conditions, will they go for the fast bowling all-rounder or spinning all-rounder. Other than that, very much settled. Rashid Khan, no need to mention, he walks into any T20 11 across the world, any league.
Yeah.
So Rashid Khan at 8, Bhuvneshwar Kumar at 9. Then come the 2 Indian bowlers remaining. Natarajan is fit, so he'll walk in. So if you see the options for number 11, they have a host of options, right from Sandeep Sharma to Siddharth Kaul to Basil Thampi to Shahbaz Nadeem to Khalil Ahmed. And in the first part, I mean, last year, Sandeep Sharma had a very good season, but in the first part, he played only 3 games. Even though Bhuvneshwar Kumar and Natarajan were injured. So I believe the team management doesn't have too much faith in Sandeep Sharma now. And especially if they decide to play Jason Holder over Mohammad Nabi, then they can always play that extra spinner because they'll be only with one spinner, that is Rashid Khan. So ideally, I would see Jason Holder coming in and that extra spinner in that 11th number role in the form of Shahbaz Nadeem. So that's my Sunrisers Hyderabad lineup for you guys.
I think even Khalil Ahmed performed very well in the first half, but he can't be trusted. So problem wo hai.
No, Khalil Ahmed also played only about 5 games. So
But
I mean,
he
the
was
top
decent.
10
He was
changed
very good.
because Natarajan and Bhuvneshwar Kumar were not there. So he got those games. And in the pecking order, Bhuvi and Natarajan walk into that 11. So
Yeah. And
especially
going by
with the left
Ashutosh's
arm
comment, like there are no spinners at all. There are no spinners apart from Rashid Khan in the 11. So and of course Shahbaz Nadeem is a good spinner. So yeah,
उनके
if
पास
in
Vipul
case,
Sharma भी है ना, if I'm not wrong, कि नहीं है?
but Vipul Sharma doesn't play mostly.
No,
Because
he
Abdul
doesn't
Samad has
play now.
taken his.
He doesn't play.
Abdul Samad has taken his play now.
Yeah.
They have Abhishek Sharma.
Abhishek Sharma, yeah.
Yes. He's a batting all-rounder. Again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Then they have Kedar Jadhav as well if you want to see the reserves.
अरे हाँ उसके पास केदार यादव भी है, याद ही नहीं
They have a good. But problem यही है कि उनको अभी एक विकेट कीपर के लिए जगह बनानी पड़ेगी. That is the main thing.
गरीबों का विराट भी है उनके पास. गरीबों का विराट. आपने घर पे बोला कि आपको विराट लेके आऊंगा. विराट कोहली नहीं मिला तो विराट सिंह लेके जाओ.
विराट सिंह है उनके पास.
So I think उनका भी विकेट कीपिंग में केदार यादव को विकेट कीपिंग करवा दे, भरोसा नहीं है, कुछ भी कर सकते हैं अभी.
I don't think so. Riddhiman Saha has performed for Sunrisers Hyderabad previously.
And he's decent enough, yeah.
And if you remember, he started it. He started with started the IPL of 2021 and then was dropped eventually.
So I think
even as 100 to his name in the IPL.
Yeah, in the IPL final that too.
Yeah.
So I think
and they lost that final as well.
They lost that final. KKR versus KKR.
Yeah, Manish Pandey had a very good innings that game. I think we have more or less spoken about all 4 teams.
Yes, so आज के वीडियो में हम लोग इतना में wrap up करेंगे क्योंकि अभी हमें दूसरा वीडियो भी है जिसमें हमने बाकी का 4 टीम जो है उसके बारे में डिस्कस करेंगे. So that video will come out tomorrow. So that will लाइक हम लोग उसमें बाकी के जो 4 टीम्स है जो मिड टेबल में है, नंबर 3 से लेके नंबर 6 तक, तो ये टीम्स के बारे में बात करेंगे। ज्यादा कुछ डिफरेंस है नहीं सब में, सब काटी की टक्कर में चल रहा है सब कुछ। सो
अंबानी भाई की टीम है भाई, उसमें यार संभाल के बोलना।
और विराट भाई की भी टीम है।
हाँ, इस बार ऐसे टीम्स है और रन रेट्स भी ऐसे क्लोज है कि यू नेवर नो, कुछ भी हो सकता है।
सो लेट्स मीट इन द नेक्स्ट वीडियो। सो आज के वीडियो में इतना ही। अगर वीडियो अच्छा लगा तो लाइक करो, आपके कमेंट्स सजेशन नीचे कमेंट सेक्शन में लिखो, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करो, हाथ जोड़ के विनती करते हैं हम लोग। सो बस आज के वीडियो में इतना ही। सो वील सी यू टुमारो, टिल देन स्टे ट्यून्ड एंड स्टे वाकड़ा।